must dance and we must sing round about our fairy ring. Dripping hither, nobody knows why or whither. We must dance and we must sing round about our fairy ring. Dripping hither, nobody knows why or whither. We must dance and we must sing round about our fairy ring. We are dainty little fairies, ever singing, ever dancing. We indulge in vagaries, in our fashion most entrancing. If you ask the special function of our never-ceasing motion, we reply without compunction that we haven't any notion. No, we haven't any notion, any notion. Dripping hither, nobody knows why or whither. We must dance and we must sing round about our fairy ring.
If you ask us how we live, lovers all essentials give. We can ride on lovers' sides, warm ourselves in lovers' eyes, clothe ourselves with lovers' tears, hide ourselves with lovers' fears, arm ourselves with lovers' darts, hide ourselves in lovers' hearts. When you know us, you'll discover that we almost live on love.
Yes, we live on love. Dripping hither, nobody knows why or whither. We must dance and we must sing round about our fairy ring. We are dainty little fairies, ever singing, ever dancing. We indulge in our vagaries, in a fashion most entrancing, most entrancing, most entrancing. Dripping hither, nobody knows why or whither.
It's all very well, but since our king banished Iolanthe, fairy rebels have not been what they were.
Iolanthe was the life and soul of Fairyland. Why, he wrote our songs and arranged our dances. We sing his songs and we trick his measures, but we don't enjoy ourselves.
To think 5 and 20 years have elapsed since Iolanthe was banished. What could he have done to deserve so terrible a punishment?
Well, something awful. He married a mortal.
Is it injudicious to marry mortal?
Injudicious? It strikes at the root of the whole fairy system. By our laws, the fairy who marries a mortal dies.
But Iolanthe didn't die.
No, because your king, who loved him with a surpassing love, commuted his sentence to penal servitude for life, on condition that he left his wife and never communicated with her again.
That sentence of penal servitude he is now working out on his head at the bottom of that stream.
Yes, but when I banished Iolanthe, I gave him all the pleasant places of the earth to dwell in. I'm sure I never intended that he should go and live at the bottom of a stream. Why, it makes me perfectly wretched to think of all the discomfort he must have undergone.
Think of the damp. And his chest was always delicate.
And the frogs. I shall never enjoy any peace of mind until I know why Iolanthe went to live among the frogs.
Then why not summon him and ask him?
Why? Because if I were to lay eyes on him again, I should forgive him at once.
Well then, why not forgive him? 25 years, it's a long time.
Think how we loved him.
Loved him? What was your love to mine? Why, he was invaluable to me. Who taught me to curl myself up inside a buttercup? Iolanthe. Who taught me to swing upon a cobweb? Iolanthe. Who taught me to dive into a dewdrop, to nestle in a nutshell, to gamble upon a gossamer? Iolanthe. He certainly did surprising things.
Oh, give him back to us, great king, for your sake, not for ours.
Oh, I should be strong, but I am weak. I should be marble, but I am clay. This punishment has been heavier than I intended. I never meant that he should live among the frogs. And, well, it shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish.
From thy dark exile thou art summoned. Come to our
She does not know who her mother is, because of our king's fairy magic.
How old is she?
She's 24.
24?
No one to look at you would think you had a daughter of 24. That's one of the advantages of being immortal. We never grow old. Is she pretty?
She's very pretty, but she's inclined to be stout.
I see no objection to stoutness. In moderation.
And what is she? She's an Arcadian shepherd, and she loves Phyllis, a ward of Chancery.
A mere shepherd, and she half a fairy.
She's fairy down to the waist, but her legs are mortal.
I don't suppose I'm more curious than any other person, but I confess, I should like to see a person who is fairy down to the waist, but whose legs are more.
Nothing easier, for here she comes. Chancellor's at last given her consent to your marriage with her handsome ward, Phyllis.
Not she, indeed. To all my tearful prayers she answers me, a shepherd girl is no fit helpmate for a ward of Chancery. I stood in court and sang her songs of the Arcady with flageolet accompaniment in vain. At first she seemed amused, so did the bar, but quickly wearying of my song and pipe, they bade me get out. A servile usher then in crumpled bands and rusty bombazine carried me, still singing, to Chancery Lane. I'll go no more. I'll marry him today and brave the upshot, be it what it may. Yay! But who are these?
Oh, Stephanie, rejoice with me, for my king has pardoned me.
Pardoned you, Father, this is good news indeed.
And these gentlemen are my fairy brothers.
Your brothers? Then they are my uncles.
A pleasant piece of news for your husband on his wedding day.
Hush! My fiancé knows nothing of my fairyhood. I dare not tell him lest it frighten him. He thinks me a mortal and prefers me so.
Oh, your fairyhood doesn't seem to have done you much good.
Much good? My dear uncle, it's the curse of my existence. What is the use of being half a fairy? My body can slip through a keyhole, but that's of no use if my legs are left kicking behind. I can make myself invisible down to the waist, but that's of no use if my legs remain exposed to view. My brain is a fairy brain, but from the waist downwards I'm a gibbering idiot. My upper half is immortal, but my lower half grows older every day, and someday or other must die of old age. What's to become of my upper half when I've buried my lower half, I really don't know.
I see your difficulty. But with a fairy brain you should seek an intellectual sphere of action. Let me see. Ah! I have a borough or two at my disposal. How should you like to go into Parliament?
A fairy member. That would be delightful.
I'm afraid I should do no good there. You see, down to the waist, I'm a Tory of the most determined description. But my legs are a couple of confounded radicals, and on a division they'd be sure to... You see, they're 2 to 1, which is a strong working majority.
Don't let that distress you. You shall be returned as a liberal conservative. And your legs shall be our peculiar care.
I see your majesty does not do things by halves.
No, we are fairies down to the feet. Everywhere attract
that we come to thee.
Hide for us and we'll come to thee. Tripping hither, nobody knows why a whither. We must now be taking wing to another fairy ring. Tripping hither, we must now be taking wing to another fairy ring.
Good morrow, good lover. Good lover, good morrow. I freely discover, still purchase or borrow, some means of concealing the care you are feeling, and joy without measure, expressive of pleasure. For we're to be married today. Yes, we're to be married today.
Yes, we're to be married today.
Yes, we're to be married today.
My Philip, and today we're to be made happy forever.
Well, we're to be married.
It's the same thing.
I suppose it is. But, oh, Stephanie, I tremble at the step I'm taking. I believe it's penal servitude for life for marrying the ward of court without the Lady Chancellor's consent. I shall be of age in 2 years, don't you think? But wait just 2 more years.
2 years? Have you never looked in the glass?
No, never.
Here, take a look at that and tell me if you think it's rational to expect me to wait 2 years.
No, you are quite right. You must be reasonable.
Besides, who knows what might happen in 2 years? Why, you could fall in love with the Lady Chancellor herself by that time.
Yes, she's a clean old woman.
As it is, half the House of Lords already sighing at your feet.
Yes, the House of Lords are certainly extremely attentive.
Attentive! I should say they were. Why did 25 Liberal peers come round to shoot over your grass plot last autumn? Couldn't have been the sparrows. Why did 25 Conservative peers come over to fish in your pond? Don't tell me it was the goldfish. No, delays are dangerous, and if we are to be married, the sooner the better.
None shall part us from each other. One in life and death are we. All in all to one another. I to thee and thou
feelings of a Lady Chancellor, who is in love with a ward of court, are not to be envied. What is her position? Can she marry her own ward without her own consent? And if she marries her own ward without her own consent, can she commit herself to contempt of her own court? And if she commit herself to contempt of her own court, can she appear by counsel before herself to move for arrest of her own judgment? Ah, my ladies, it is indeed painful to sit upon a woolsack which is stuffed with such thorns as these.
My lady, I have much pleasure in announcing that I have succeeded in inducing this young person to present himself at the bar of this house.
My own well-loved and guardian dear, you summoned me and I am here.
Oh, rapture, how beautiful, how gentle, how Oh,
My dears, it may not be. With grief my heart is riven. You waste your time on me. For my heart is given. Yes,
And who's dared to bring our high displeasure and must decline our definite command?
'Tis I, young Stephanie, mine this priceless treasure. Against the world, I claim my darling's hand. A shepherd I, a shepherd she, all could die, all could he, the truth of me, the truth of me, to be espoused today. A shepherd she, all could he, a shepherd she, all could he, the truth of me, the truth of me, and me to be espoused today.
And now, madam, what excuse have you to offer for having disobeyed an order from the Court of Chancery?
My lady, I know no courts of chancery. I go by nature's acts of parliament. The bees, the breeze, the seas, the brooks, the gales, the vales, the fountains and the mountains cry out, you love this man, take him, we command you. 'Tis writ in heaven by the bright barbed dart that leaps forth into lurid light from each grim thundercloud. The very rain pours forth his sad and sullen sympathy. When chorus nature bids me take my love, shall I reply, nay, but a certain Chancellor forbids so? My lady, you are England's High Chancellor, but are you Chancellor of birds and trees, Queen of the winds and Princess of thunderclouds?
No. It's a nice point. I don't know that I ever met it before, but you see, my difficulty is that at present there is no evidence that chorus nature ever interested herself in the matter.
No evidence, you have my word. I tell you she bade me take my love.
Ah, but you see, you mustn't tell us what she told you. It's not evidence now. An affidavit from a thundercloud, or a few words on oath from a shower, they meet with all the attention they deserve.
And have you the heart to apply the prosaic rules of evidence to a case which bubbles over with poetical emotion?
Distinctly. I have always kept my duty strictly before my eyes, and it is to that fact that I owe my advancement to my present distinguished position.
On her wedding day.
My wedding day? Oh, Father, weep with me, for the law has interposed between us and the Lady Chancellor has separated us forever.
Lady Chancellor? Oh, if she did but know.
If she did but know what?
The Lady Chancellor has no power over you. Remember, you are half a fairy. You can defy her, down to the waist.
Yes, from the waist down, but she could commit me to prison for years. Of what avail is it that my body is free if my lower half is working out 10 years penal servitude?
True. But take heart. The king has promised you his special protection. I shall go to him and lay your case before him.
My beloved father, will we ever be able to repay the debt I owe you?
which I give my heart so rich to which I do not care. The youth I yield, it is my doom to I'm not aware. I'll be but yours if you I choose. That's your affair. I'll be a man, but shall I not? I do not care.
Enter all the little fairies to their usual tripping measure. To oblige you, all our care is tell us, pray, what is your measure?
The object of my love is what we talking to another. I tell him very plainly that the fellow is my father. Taradiddle, all day. Here will my live, I say, because it has departed. Because I know a riddle that we're dealing like a started. I give his hand to one of these amazing moments. Taradiddle, all day.
Our cruel wants to separate two lovers from each other.
Oh, I must have me on the road.
You don't have justice for these fairies, our father.
Taradiddle, taradiddle, all day.
From fairy portals, all the most terrific thunders in my armory of wonders. They launch terrific thunders, all to them protect their thunders.
I should say, Mr. I should say, Mr. Shocking face,
not so long unwary, it's highly necessary your tongue to teach respectful speech, your attitude to vary, your badinage so airy, your manner arbitrary, all out of place when face to face with an influential fairy.
We never knew we were talking to an influential fairy. Playing on this for Gary, I'm in a nice quandary of hasty tones with men unknown. I ought to be more chary. It seems that he's a fairy from Anderson's library, and I took him for the parental of a failing seminary. Took him for the proprietor of a failing seminary.
When next your houses do assemble, you may tremble.
Our wrath, when ladies do offend us, is tremendous.
They meet who underrate our calling, a doom appalling.
Take down our sentence as we speak it, and she shall wreak it.
Oh, spare us!
Henceforth Stephanie cast away crooks and pipes and ribbons so gay, flocks and herds that bleats and low. Into Parliament you shall go,
Into Parliament she shall go, backed by her supreme authority. She'll command a large majority. Into Parliament, 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 she shall go. Into Parliament she shall go. Into Parliament, 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 she shall go. Into Parliament she shall go.
in this parliamentary hive, liberal or conservative, Whig or Tory I don't know, but into Parliament you shall go.
Into Parliament she shall go, backed by her supreme authority. She'll command a large majority. Into Parliament, 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 she shall go. Into Parliament she shall go. Into Parliament, 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 she shall go. Into Parliament she shall go.
Every bill and every measure that may gratify her pleasure, though your fury it arouses, shall be passed by both your houses. No! You shall sit, if she sees reason, through the grouse and salmon season. No! She shall end the cherished rights you enjoy on Friday nights. No! She shall break that annual blister, married man's deceased wife's sister. Titles shall ennoble then all the common councilmen. Peers shall teem in Christendom, and a lady's exalted station be attainable by competitive examination.
They long assemble
Yes, if you please, that's our fault.
The deuce it is.
Yes, we influence the members and compel them to vote exactly as she wishes them to.
It's our system. It shortens the debates.
Think of what it all means. I don't mind so much for myself, but with a house full of kids with no grandmothers worth mentioning, the country must go to the dogs.
I suppose it must.
I don't want to say anything against brains. I have great respect for brains. I often wish I had some myself. But with a House of Peers composed exclusively from these people of intellect, what's to become of the House of Commons?
I never thought of that.
That comes with men interfering in politics. It so happens that if there is an institution of Great Britain which is not susceptible to any improvement at all, it's the House of Peers. Ladies,
charming persons, are they not?
Distinctly. For self-contained dignity combined with airy condescension, give me a British representative here any day.
then pray stop this protege of yours before it's too late. Think of the mischief you're doing.
But we can't stop her now. Aren't they lovely? Why did you defy us, you great geese? If they do us, please don't go. Your prayers we do not heed. Don't go. It's true we sigh, but don't suppose a tearful eye forgiveness shows. Oh no, we're very cross indeed. Yes, very cross. Don't go.
Truly sigh, but don't suppose a tearful eye forgiveness shows. Oh no, we're very cross indeed. Yes, very cross. Don't go.
shame. Shame upon you! Is this your fidelity to the laws which you are bound to obey? Know ye not that it is death to marry a mortal?
Yes, but it is not death to wish to marry a mortal.
If it were, you'd have to execute us all.
Oh, this is weakness. Subdue it!
We know it is weakness, but the weakness is so strong.
We are not all as tough as you are.
Tough. Do you suppose I am insensible to the effects of feminine beauty? Well. Look at that woman. A perfect picture. Who are you, madam?
Private Willis, B Company, First Grenadier Guards, sir.
You are a very fine woman indeed, madam.
I am generally considered so.
Now here is a woman whose physical attributes are simply godlike. If I yielded to natural impulse, I would lay down at her feet and worship that woman. But I mortify this inclination, I wrestle with it, and it lies beneath my feet. That is how I treat my regard for that woman. Oh, foolish faith in Cupid was, a bravery my bosom force. I'd disobey our fairy laws, because I fly in realms above. This tendency to fall in love resemble like the amorous dove, resemble like the amorous dove. Oh, amorous dove, type of obedience, nay, so I regain but say so. Glows with heat intense, I turn the hose of common sense, and out it goes at small expense. We must maintain a fairy law, that is the main on which to draw. In that we gain a captain, in that we gain a captain. Oh, Captain Shaw, type of true love have done, could thy renegade with gold cascade, quench my great love I wonder.
Oh, Captain Shaw, type of true love have done,
could thy renegade with gold cascade, quench my great love I wonder. Oh, I can't believe I'm not in better spirits. I'm engaged to two ladies at once, and, well,
Anyone would think that'd be enough to keep any boy happy. But I'm miserable. Don't suppose it's because I care for Stephanie, for I hate her! Oh, one can't be seen going around with a girl who was left with a father considerably younger than herself.
My darling! My
No! Don't! But perhaps you are the two ladies I'm engaged to.
I am one of them. I am the other.
Well then, my dear. Mwah. Mwah. My own. Mwah. Mwah. Now, have you decided which it's to be?
Not altogether. It's a rather awkward position. It would be hardly delicate to toss up. On the whole, we'd rather leave it to you.
Me? But how could it possibly concern me? You are both baronesses, you are both rich, and, well, you are both plain.
So we are. At least I am.
So am I.
No.
I am indeed. Very plain.
Well, perhaps you are.
There's really nothing to choose between you. Why, if one of you were to say, forgo her title and distribute her lands amongst her Irish tenantry, why, then I should surely see reason for accepting the other.
Are you prepared to make this sacrifice? No. Not even to oblige a gentleman?
Not even to oblige a gentleman.
Well then, the only question is, which of us is to give way to the other? Perhaps, not on the whole, he would be happier with you. I don't know. I may be wrong.
No, I don't know if you are. I really believe you would. But the awkward part of the thing is that if you rob me of the man of my heart, we must fight and one of us must die. Family tradition I've sworn to respect. It's a painful position. Rather very strong regard with you, Georgina.
My dear Margaret.
You're very dear to me, Georgina. We were girls together. At least, I was. I knew my existence would be hopelessly embittered.
Then, my dear Margaret, you must not do it. I say it again and again. If it will have this effect upon you, you must not do it. No. If one of us is to destroy the other, let it be me.
No.
By our girls of friendship, I implore you.
Well, be it so. But no. I cannot consent to an act which would crush you with unveiling remorse.
But it would not do so. I should be very sad at first. No, it would not be. But it would wear off. I like you very much. But not perhaps as much as you like me.
Georgina, you're a noble lady. But that telltale tear betrays you. You are very fond of me, and I cannot consent to give you a week's uneasiness on my account.
But it would not last a week. Remember, you lead the House of Lords on your demands. I shall take your place. My dear Margaret, it would not last a day.
Now, ladies, I do hope you're not going to fight about me because, well, I'm really not worth it.
I don't believe you are.
You're right. The sacred ties of friendship are paramount.
Perhaps I may inspire your mate. The things of you I would not do. Here I am and may I say the same. Not even love
tickles you, feeling with pickles so terribly sharp as the pricking. And you're hot and you're cross and you tumble and toss till there's nothing twixt you and the ticking. And the bedclothes all creep to the ground in a heap and you pick them all up in a tangle. Makes your pillow resigns and politely declines to remain at its usual angle. But you get some repose in the form of a dozen hot eyeballs and an ever raking. But just slumbering tears are such horrible dreams that you very much better be waking. For you drink your own in the channel and tossing about in a steamer from Harwich, which is something between a large railing machine and a sauce and a classic carriage. You're giving out treat for the icicle beach to a party of friends and relations. They're a ravenous horde and they all keep on board as those berries and pens into stations. Unbound with the journey you find your return, you started that morning from Devon. He's a bit undersized and you don't know the prize of your charges are really living. While you're driving and having a singular land by the ship's now full wheeler. And you're playing no games and he calls you that name till you tell him it ties he's a dealer. Well, makes you can fancy you from your hands and your pipe you're as cold as an icicle. In your shirt and your socks, that's all the doubles, but he's not written in on a bicycle. And he and the group are on bicycles too, which they somehow or other invested. And he's telling the cars on the particulars of the car and easy to read it. And he's scheme of devices to get below prices or little comics just to cables. Which tickle the same as by treating retailers as though we were all vegetables. He gets a good space when you practice the tricks with his tail, his boots with a boot tree. And he's feeling to boot and he's feeling to shoot and then blowing up like a boot tree. From the green as a tree, the green and the big on a flower, pineapple and strawberries. All the music crunch with brownies and right up and plus and three corners and berries. The shares are a penny and there is somebody I'll take it by the way down my head. I'm just as happy you're around to you, you wink with a shade of despair. You're a regular Chancellor has reenacted the position of another. But I am free to confess, I would rather be 2 baronesses engaged to Philip than any other half-dozen nobles upon the face of this globe.
Yes, it is an enviable position when you're the only one.
Ah, yes, no doubt, most enviable. At the same time, seeing you thus, we naturally say to ourselves, this is very sad. Her ladyship is constitutionally as blithe as a bird. She trills upon the bench like a thing of song and gladness. Her series of judgments in F sharp minor, given Andante 6/8 time, are among the most remarkable effects ever seen in the court of Chancery. She is, perhaps, the only living instance of a judge whose decrees have received the honour of a double encore. How can we bring ourselves to do that which would deprive the court of Chancery of one of its most attractive features?
I feel the force of your remarks, but I am here in 2 capacities, and they clash, my ladies, they clash. I deeply grieve to say that in declining my last application to myself, I presume to address myself in terms which render it impossible for me to ever to apply to myself again. It was most painful to you, my ladies, most painful.
This is what it is to have 2 capacities. Let us be thankful we're persons with no capacity whatsoever.
Come, come. You're a very just and kindly old lady. You need have no hesitation in approaching yourself, so that you do so respectfully, and with a proper show of deference.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Well, in that case, I will nerve myself to another effort. And if that fails, well, I resign myself to my fate.
If you go in, yours will to win, yours will be the charming maid you be.
To enjoy oneself in Parliament when one leads both parties as I do. I'm miserable, poor broken-hearted fool that I am. Oh, Phyllis.
Yes?
I suppose I should say my lord now. I have not yet been informed which title your lordship is pleased to select.
Well, I haven't quite decided yet. You see, I have no father to advise me.
No, I have.
Yes, a young father.
Not very. A couple of centuries or so.
Oh, he wears well.
He does. He's a fairy.
I beg your pardon? He's a what?
I suppose I've no longer any reason to conceal the fact. He's a fairy.
A fairy. That actually explains a good many things. So then I suppose you're a fairy.
I'm half a fairy.
Which half?
Down to the waist.
Well, there's nothing to show it. Why didn't you tell me this in the first place?
I thought you would take a disliking to me. But as it's all off now, you might as well know the truth. I'm only half a mortal.
But I'd rather have half a mortal I do love than half a dozen I don't.
Think not. Go to your half dozen.
It's only two. I hate them! Oh, please, please forgive me.
I really don't think I ought to. Besides, all sorts of difficulties would arise. You see, my grandfather looks quite as young as my father does, and so do all my uncles.
I understand. Every time I see you kissing a young man, I shall know it's an ugly relative.
You will? Then, Philip, I think we shall be very happy together.
We shan't wait long.
No, we might change our minds. We'll get married first.
And change our minds afterwards.
That's the usual course. If we're waking home to tarry ere we marry, you'll die of the feelings I inspire. You may tire my mind, for there's a fairy offers, press their offers, that is why I'm sure we should not tarry ere we marry.
If we're waking up to tarry ere we marry, you and I, with the more attractive fame and to anything you may lie. If by chance we should be parted, broken-hearted, I should die. So I think we will not tarry ere we marry, you and I.
If we're waking up to tarry ere we marry, all the feelings I
he know about? I mean, is he aware of our engagement?
He is. Thus he welcomes his son-in-law.
He kisses like other men do. But the Lady Chancellor!
What about her? Father, none can resist your fairy eloquence. We'll go to her and plead for us.
No, it is impossible.
But our lives, our very happiness depends upon obtaining her consent.
You cannot refuse us this.
Oh, you know not what you ask. The Lady Chancellor is my wife.
Your wife?
And your mother.
But why then our course is plain. Upon learning that Stephanie is her daughter, all objections to our marriage will at once be removed.
No, she must never know. She believes me to have died, and all memory of her daughter removed by the king's magic. Dearly as I love her, I am bound under penalty of death not to undeceive her. She comes, quick.
Victory! Victory! Success has crowned my efforts, and I may consider myself engaged to Phyllis. At first I was infuriated. It was out of the question. But I took heart. I pointed out to myself that I was no stranger to myself, and that in point of fact I had been personally acquainted with myself for some years. I admitted that I had watched my professional advancement with considerable interest, and I handsomely added that I yielded to no one in admiration for my professional and private virtues. This was a great point gained. I then endeavoured to work upon my feelings, conceive my joy when I distinctly perceived a tear glistening in my own eye. After a severe struggle, I reluctantly, most reluctantly,
My lady, a suppliant at your feet I kneel. Pray listen to a father's fond appeal. Hear me tonight, I come in urgent need. 'Tis for my girl, young Stephanie, that I plead. She loves, if in the bygone years thine eyes had ever shed, 'tis bitter, unavailing tears for one untimely dead. If in the eventide of life sad thoughts of him arise, then let the memory of a life plead for my girl. She dies, if fondly laid aside in some old cabinet. Memorials of thy long gone ride lie dearly treasured yet. Then let your hallowed bridal dress, your little dainty gloves, your withered flowers, your faded tress plead for my girl. She loves.
it may not be, for so the fates decide. Learn that you Philip, I'm a promised bride.
His bride, no,
I live. Now let me die.
Once again my bones are broken. Thou thyself thy doom hast spoken.
Must die, so must we all. For as he has sinned, so have we.
What?
We are all fairy dukes, marquis, counts, viscounts, barons, and lords.
It's our fault. They couldn't help themselves.
It seems they have themselves! And pretty freely, too. You have all incurred death! But I cannot slaughter the entire company. And yet the law is clear. Every fairy must die who marries a mortal!
Allow me, as an old deputy draftsman, to make a suggestion. The subtleties of the legal mind are equal to the emergency. It really is quite simple, a single word should do it. Let it stand that every fairy who doesn't marry a mortal shall die. And there you have it. Out of your difficulty at once.
We like your humour. Very well. Private Willis! Private Willis, in order to save my life, it is necessary that I marry at once. How should you like to be a fairy guard?
Guardswoman who wouldn't inconvenience herself to save a fairy in distress.
You are a brave lass. You are a fairy from this moment. And you, my ladies, what say you? Will you join our ranks?
Well, now that the House of Peers is composed entirely from persons of intellect, I don't see what use we are down here. Do you, Paula?
Not at all.
Good. Then away we go to Fairyland!
Soon as we make off and away, we'll commence our journey. Every captain are we.